Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and I have a message for someone. Some of you don't realize how much power you have in a situation, or maybe you're beginning to awaken to it, that you have a lot of manifestation power, not just in love, but with everything. That whatever you say or think, it comes into fruition. You have more control over a situation than what you have been or than what you realize, okay? This is the thing, like, when people speak about the energy of the magician, it's always coming from a place of, like, manifestation, but the magician's a lot more deeper than that. The magician is the holder of all the elements, not at a level it's not the same energy as the emperor and the empress. It is it's someone who has the ability and the power to create in all areas of their life, if that makes sense. Okay. It's the physical manifestation of creating whatever it is that you want. So for example, the magician has pentacles around them. They have cups, they have the ace of excuse me, they have wands, they have swords. So it's being able to create through those elements, whatever it is, whatever outcome you want. Okay. So some of you are awakening to that power, realizing that you have way more control in a situation than what you thought you had. And I feel the reason why it took time for you to get to that place mentally, the universe needed to work on you because this energy, the magician energy on a low vibration, is extremely dangerous. Okay. You're not of low energy. You work out of the light, essentially. Doesn't mean you're perfect. Doesn't mean you don't think about doing negative things. I mean, because that's the darkness within us. However, you choose to work out of the light. You fight your shadow. Let's just say that. But the universe didn't want you, God didn't want you to know that you have this much power. Okay. Because someone who is hurt, someone who's experienced a lot of betrayal, that also realizes that they are the magician, that's a dangerous individual. That's someone that can inflict pain and sorrow on other people. Not to say that you would do that, but that is the result of that energy. So that would be the magician working in the reverse. So you needed to heal first. You need to go through your evolutionary process spiritually before you were able to see how much power you have, how much influence you have on other people. People love you. Wow. Okay, so and you know what? This is so deep. Like when you were working out of the King and Queen of Cups, you didn't have people rattling. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. It's the I'm trying to get off coffee, so I've been drinking a lot of tea, but I've had to kinda the tea still has caffeine in it because I'm trying to wean myself off coffee. For those of you that have had to, like, wean yourself off of caffeine, it's literally like a drug. So excuse me because 'cause I'm, like, hyped up, but, um, so what I'm trying to say is when you were working out of your cups energy, okay, you didn't have the support system that you have now. It's like when you were nice and kind and a bit fluffy, masculine or feminine energy, you didn't have people like jumping in front of buses for you, essentially, right? Putting themselves out there for you, like trying to show you all this love and admiration. You didn't have that. Now you have that, but you're the king and queen of swords. I want you all to pay attention to how energy works. Again, that's the magician. The magician pulls out the tools from their toolbox. The magician say, "Okay, I'm going to use the cups. Okay, I'm going to use the pentacle. Okay, I'm going to use." But it's like creating. It's creating. It's you creating in tandem with the universe. Whatever outcome, whatever reality, you have that power. So the Queen of Swords here, Three of Cups, and the King of Wands. There's like A reunion. There's there's a reunion here. There's like an amicable energy where you feel like you can deal with someone from a space of friendliness. So some of you have chosen a path. If this is a lover, some of you have chosen to make this person your friend. Now, because you're working out of the Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy, you feel like logically that is the only way you can deal with this person at this moment. You're like, okay, you keep trying to come back into my life. I'm going to deal with you from a space of Queen of Swords, but my sword is like I'm open to talking. You know, if you're pleasant, I'll be pleasant, but as soon as you act a certain way, I'm cutting you off. Like you could have even told this person that. You're like, if you coming in with any sort of funny business, you coming in with any sort of funny business, you see the sword, I will cut contact. Like you made it very clear. And because of that, you are attracting appropriate energies. And you could be like that with anybody, friends, family, work. It don't matter who it is. Like you're very to the point, no funny business. You're like, if this isn't right, I'm gonna speak up. If it don't feel right, I'm gonna speak up. If it don't taste right, I'm gonna speak. And when I say taste right, you could be at a restaurant. You're like, you know what, this don't taste right. Like, can I have another plate? Whereas, your Queen of Cups or King of Cups, you'd be like, you know what? They're trying the best that they can. So I'm not gonna tell them that this food is cold. No, your Queen of Swords, King of Swords, you're like, you know what? No, this plate is cold. Can you heat this up for me? Thank you. Thank you so much. And it's not being rude. It's the King and Queen of Swords. You're like, logically, I'm paying for this meal. So I want my meal to come out warm. It's like that. It's not mean, it's just factual. Who wants to go to a restaurant and pay for cold food? No. You're like, "Excuse me, sorry, my food is cold. Can you heat this up for me? Thank you." Versus like being passive and just dealing with it. No, you're not dealing with nothing. I don't know why I said a restaurant. Some of you could be going out to eat real soon with someone. Some of you could be taking yourselves out on a date, okay? Um So yeah, there's this energy of equal give and take. Like you have someone here, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, King of Cups. See, it's the opposite now. It flip flop. So now someone's going to be coming towards you as the King and Queen of Cups because you're the King and Queen of Swords. But it's like this needed to happen so it could create balance, because I feel like you were the King and Queen of Cups, and the people you were dealing with were the King and Queen of Swords. So something was off balance, and now it's imbalance here. And some of you are like, "Well, no, how is that imbalance, ancient? Because um, how's that imbalance now? I thought you said we both need to be in the King and Queen of Cups." Well, yes and no. It's an energy of balance because these are the same people. So it's like this person that is now the king and queen of cups, they need to be that energy to bring balance to a situation because it was out of balance. They need to feel like you need to be in control, not in control, but you need to wield the sword and they need to wield the cups. They need to show you love because you were showing them love and kindness, so it's their turn. And once they show you love and kindness, as the magician, you can then say, all right, you're showing me love and kindness. Let me pull out a different tool now. Let me pull out my cups. You understand? But right now you're like, no, no, no. I'm dealing with you from a sword point of view because this is the only way that I'm gonna be able to talk to you is by wielding the sword. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you from a place of emotion because you exploited it when we were dealing with each other. Like that's how you're dealing with all areas of your life, not just love. And that's the way you need to be because that's the balance of energy. We got justice here. Justice is the major arcana for balance, right? Fairness. Okay. So, congratulations. This is actually a very deep but positive message for whoever this resonates with. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.